Hello everybody and welcome back to Bazzar Repairs. I'm Brian Bazzar, your host, where I go through and try to attempt to repair all kinds of weird, bizarre things. Today we have my brother's scooter. Her name is Karen because she's always breaking down. And I'm going to go ahead and replace the clutch, the belt, and the drum brake thingamajigger here. I am not a scooter mechanic, but I like to just do things for fun. So we're gonna go ahead. I ordered the clutch kit and a new drive belt. Some guys on YouTube told me to get the right impact wrench drill bit, so I did. I got the black ones now, and we're gonna go ahead and get this thing going. Alright, so first off, I'm gonna go ahead and remove this. Now I don't have anything that I can actually use to hold that sprocket in place. But before we do anything, I already had the cover off, which is just all these screws. I don't know, it's 8 or so screws that just go around and then you take it off. I had that off already. But this little sprocket that I'm going to be removing in a second, this thing just keeps spinning. And I try to put a bunch of towels in there. I try to use a hammer. So if you have any tips, please let me know how I can keep this thing from spinning. But for the time being, I just throw it on and just kind of spin it, turn it off, spin it. Basically use the wrench to just keep like pressing the trigger back and forth, and finally it just comes off. Alright, so this thing takes a lot of pressure to get on. You really got to get that thing on there. This is a wireless, the one I bought before the Cobalt. Heavy duty, thing's not too shabby. So yeah, basically I'll just start as quick as I can, and eventually it comes loose. But like I said, if you got any tips as to a way to stop that thing completely, let me know, because I tried my hand and it damn near cut me. I've seen some guys in the videos, they did it the same way I do, but it comes off a lot easier. Anyways, I will eventually get this off, just like so. Alright, now let's just pull this little sprocket right off here. And I'm voicing this over because I got a loud ASIC miner that's inside of my shop, so you guys wouldn't be able to hear me. Alright, so I'm just going to pull this little clutch housing off here. You can see that one's old. Alright. So I'm just kind of cleaning on the inside there. I bought this off Amazon. It didn't, I think it was like 40 bucks, the whole kit. And then I bought a premium belt. I'll put links to that in the description. So now what I'm going to do is just pull off this drum brake section here. This one I can actually hold the brake lever, the back brake lever, and that'll hold it just slightly and allow me to unscrew it. Then I can slide this thing right off, and then you see the brakes there. The brakes don't look too bad, but my brother broke a couple belts already, so I just decided, let's just change everything. Why not? Alright, now I'm just going to blow everything out on the inside of here. There's one other piece I left in there. It's a part of the clutch housing. I'm going to be pulling that off in a second after I clean everything. I'm really liking these scooters. My brother just bought this not too long ago, so he broke it, so I started learning about it, just seeing how easy it is for it to fix. I got a carburetor I'm going to replace as well. Alright, so I'm just cleaning the shafts, and then I'm just going to pull off this little, the top of the clutch housing here. And this one was kind of stuck on there, but I eventually get it out. Just kind of wiggle it back and forth, and it'll come loose. The new one that I put in slips in really easily. So just keep wiggling, and it'll finally come loose. Watch out, that bike almost tipped over. Almost there. We got it. Come on. Come on. Alright, so let me just get this shaft clean here. Just make sure there's no dirt or oil buildup in there. Might even want to put a little bit of grease. Nothing that'll cause any sticking. But, as you can see, there's a lot of buildup in there, so you want to clean that out. Spray it out a little bit. Okay, looks pretty good. Alright, nice and clean. Now let's start the reassembly. So I'm just taking these out just to show you that these just fall right into place. There's 6 of them. Looks like there's like a throwout, I don't want to say a throwout bearing, but there's something in the middle there. I believe it's a throwout bearing, don't quote me. And then this little top of the clutch housing just slides right on top. And then you slide the whole thing right in place. And it should move back and forth like so. Alright, so you're just going to go ahead and throw that on. Just make sure it fits nice and snug all the way back. Just showing you the back brake here. You're not going to put this one on yet. First you're going to stick the belt on. We're going to attach the sprocket back and then put the belt on first. And then we'll move to the back. Alright, so here's the premium belt I bought. I'll put the link of that in the description. This one was a little bit more. I just wanted something that was a little bit more sturdy because he's already broke 2 belts already. I'm not even sure why. He has been riding it kind of fast. Alright, so I put the belt on like so. Put the sprocket back on. And there's some little grooves that it'll fit right into, so just make sure it gets all the way back there. Same thing, there's some more grooves for this little plate. Just want to make sure it fits all the way back, because there's not a lot of room for it to fit, so that top piece might not go on properly if it's not all the way back. And then once you know it's secure, you can just go ahead and torque it back. Alright, so that left side's all torqued up, got the sprocket on, we're good to go. Now all we have to do is just slide the back disc brakes right on it. But before you do that, you need to squeeze this little clamp right here, which could be pretty tough. Just make sure you squeeze it all the way around, and then slide the belt around, and then install. I'm just going to squeeze the edge, hold it with one hand, slip it around, squeeze it a little tighter, and then slide that baby right on there. Just like so. And the belt will look loose like that. I was confused about that myself. I'm like, should that be that loose? But it should. Don't worry about that. Okay, so now we're just going to put the casing back on. bolt back on and then torque this one down. Once again, I'm going to hold the brake and torque it down. Just going to press the brake here just to give it a little bit of resistance to make sure it's all the way down. I might have over torqued that one. Alright, so look at that. Clutch assembly's in. Back drum brakes are in. Everything's looking good. Now, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this video. This is just going to be me putting the casing back on. I'm just blowing it off. And let's fast forward this because these screws can take a little bit of time to get in. Alright, so I just put the housing in. It comes in place pretty easily, and you just kind of get these screws in. It can be pretty tight getting your hands in there. I could have used the torque wrench to torque these down as well, but I just decided to use a ratchet. And right here I'm just putting the some kind of fuel line. I think that's some kind of line that you use for when you're not using the bike. You just can release the fuel through that way. I'm just getting all the screws in, and then I'm just gonna get them tightened down, and then we can start this baby up. Just watch out, there's one screw here that I had to remove. I should have gone, it's actually attached to one of these lines here. Actually, there's two of those, I believe, that are attached to the line itself, so they actually have preset holes where they need to go. Okay, this screw right here could be a little bit of a pain. So I'm just advancing the ratchet forward until it gets tighter, then I can actually start ratcheting it down. Sweet. Alright, getting that little line put in place there. I'll just attach that to the air filter. Alright, bracket the rest of this down, and we're looking pretty good. Let's get this thing started up and see if it works. Alright, now we're at the point of no return. Let's see if I actually put this thing on right. Let's see if it actually starts up for me. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Come on, you can do it, Karen. Come on, Karen. Alright, let me try to kickstart it. Come on, Karen. A little bit of throttle. Come on. Come on, Karen. Come on, Karen. Come on. There we go. There we go. Alright, so it's alive. I'm just kind of doing a little walk test here just to make sure the thing actually goes forward with a little bit of throttle, and it does. Karen's ready to go, guys. Karen is ready to go. Alright, so we're looking pretty good. I'm just straightening this out. Let me call my brother over and have him come test it. Alright, you guys, I got Karen's dad, Darren, over here. He's about to kickstart this. Let's see if Karen works for him. Little throttle, a little bit of throttle. There you go. Karen and Darren.